What's going on, guys? So I'm talking about Girl on the Third Floor. This is like a horror film I found on Netflix that I didn't know anything about, and it sounded interesting, so I watched it. Boy, was I wrong. Uh, Girl on the Third Floor was released March 10th, 2019. And it's from Queensbury Pictures, I think. But yeah, it's like an independently made movie. It stars Phil Brooks. It was produced by Greg Newman. And it was written and directed by Travis Stevens, who also did We're Still Here and Cheap Thrills, which I haven't seen any of those, so who knows how those are. But yeah. Basically, this film takes place. First off, there's a husband and wife. And they're like, I think they're engaged, get married, or they just got married or whatever. And they just bought this old Victorian looking house that needs a little fixing up. So the husband comes like a couple weeks early to start fixing it up, and then he learns from like the townspeople that like, oh, there might be something going on. Setup's actually pretty good in this movie. It's set up as a spooky haunted house story, which sort of is, but yeah. So basically, he learns about it and he goes, "Yeah, right," and then he basically starts experiencing some of the paranormal things in this. The only thing is, the paranormal stuff is so subtle. Like, it's very simple at the beginning, and yeah. And then as he learns more of like the history that's the house was, which I'm probably gonna spoil some of this, but yeah, it's an old brothel where people used to watch people like have sex and stuff. But yeah, so he starts learning this, and he finds like some of the things that happened there, and then he later it has a more darker tale of like a woman being killed there and stuff. But then it just goes off the rails. Like it has some the spirits, I guess, have like these weird ways of showing themselves, and it's not scary at all. It's very confusing for half the film because it'll be like he has a vision of them like a brothel happening and people watching them and stuff, and then next thing you know, he's like walking downstairs and there's random swamp water pouring out of a pipe. Like, it's just like, what's the point of this shot? Like, yeah. And then when you see the girl who was like assaulted and stuff, she has like glass embedded in her face, and there's one shot where he's like lying on the ground looking up at her. She's massive. She looks like one of those werewolves from Dog Soldiers, where he's standing in the house and he's like 9 feet tall. It's just like, what the hell? They got like the tallest fucking girl play in this movie, like, and her head's like massive and distorted and stuff. It was really weird. A lot of people are criticizing this film for being like violence against women and stuff like that, which I can sort of see why, but I think that was totally over exaggerated. But yeah, but it does touch on touchy subjects that happened in the past in history, so people should just shut up and let people be artistic with that. But overall, like, the acting was mediocre at best. The writing was, who knows what drugs he was on, because it goes so back and forth, and pieces like pieces of the film didn't make sense. Stuff was all left out, and like a lot of things weren't really ironed out and made it cohesive. So yeah, I thought it was all right, I guess, but like, man, it was confusing as hell. It was boring for half the film too. It was dragged on, and I don't know what the critics are thinking, but I never really care what critics think, anyways. But a lot of them praised it for some reason or another. But yeah, I thought this movie was absolute garbage, almost like, just like Hereditary. You know, if you like Hereditary, you might actually like this movie. A lot of people like Hereditary, absolutely hate it. I thought it was the most boring piece of shit ever. I'm pretty sure I said that like 10 times on my videos, but yeah. So, yeah. Girl on the Third Floor, not really worth it. To me, it was more of a thriller with like some like ghost sort of aspects to it, but it goes all over the place. And like the first half hour build up was actually pretty good and suspenseful. But then once they start talking about like the past and stuff, everything gets ramped up and shoved in there, and they shoved in every cliche. So I'm gonna give this probably a 2 out of 5. Yeah, I wasn't too pleased with it. The production values was all right, though, and like I could see where the director was trying to go. It just tried to do too much, and they definitely didn't have the budget for it. I couldn't find anything on the budget either, but yeah. So if you really want to check this one out, I'm pretty sure it's on the Canadian Netflix now. Pretty sure it's on the US one still. So yeah, I'll link a trailer down below so you can check it out if you really want to like see what I'm talking about and stuff. Trailer actually makes it look pretty cool. So and then if you really want to check it out there, just don't go in there thinking it's going to be a really good haunted house movie because it absolutely wasn't. So yeah, but yeah, also my Instagram's always linked down below. Um, Follow me there for clips of films that I'm going to review shortly in the future. I'm catching up onto them now, so yeah, make sure you follow me there, and I have a lot of other weird stuff on my Instagram that you might find interesting. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you like hearing my opinions on the films, and if you want to discover future films that you never heard of, make sure you subscribe. Like this video if you like my opinions on it, and comment down below future well, haunted house. Comment down below films you want me to review in the future, and if you've seen this movie, comment down below and let me know what you thought of it. I'd love to hear what you thought of it too. So yeah, but yeah, I guess that's what you get when you buy a shitty old brothel that's haunted. A shitty movie.